Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I'm your host, John Burr. No, the other way. Go down with it. It's too loud. There we go. Oh, my God. It's a beautiful Monday afternoon. Man, it's 1:22. Man, before it even hits like 10 a.m., it's already 100 degrees out.
I know.
Can you turn down just a little bit more, man?
Turn them shits down.
Turn them shits down, brah. There it is. Oh, it's miserable. It's so freaking miserable. I was taking the bike out over the weekend a few times.
Oh, God.
And it just got to the point where it was just like, again, I was getting flashbacks of Kuwait, just hot air, just constantly on the face. Like, this is not fun. Like, this is not fun at all. It's like, I don't get how some writers do it. Maybe it's because they wear like the leather outfits and stuff. I don't.
Ugh.
I don't
even
even know how
imagine doing that either.
Me neither. Can you imagine like getting off a bike, like riding in the middle of summer and then going home and having sex with your wife? It's like, no, it's nasty. It's gross. Yeah, God.
Jeez.
Get all that from under cheese. What a great way to start the show on a Monday. Oh, my God. What did you do over the weekend?
Just regular dad stuff.
Yeah. You're enjoying that pool, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's got to be nice.
Swim pool. Yeah, it's, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Keeps the kids busy.
Well,
Down to go to the park. Yeah.
Yeah.
Regular stuff.
I got a notification from the HOA saying they're cutting down on water stuff now because of the dry spell that we've got. Now they're talking about like you can only water your lawn like once a week, some other stuff like that. Like they're really cracking down on it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts. That's what they do. That's what they do. But yeah, what else did you do? That was it?
Yeah, that's it.
Was it?
My son started getting into Fortnite, so we were we were playing that.
Are you playing it?
I was watching him. Like I played a little bit, but
that game is...
They're so funny. Like, you're trash, bro. You're trash. You're trash, bro.
Were you saying that to him?
No, that's what he was saying.
That should be like what you tell him is like, you're trash, son. Give it up. Put it
you're
away.
Trash.
Get
you're
better,
trash,
scrub.
Bro.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
All right, look, little guy. You know I love you. I'm going to teach you this thing in gaming that every boy needs to know. It's called teabagging the enemy. So I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. Oh, my God. I had a chill weekend. Not a lot going on. Did more Tango stuff. We're doing a rehearsal for a December show. We actually have a performance coming up this weekend, another one in September, and then I'm doing a solo rehearsal or a solo bit for a big performance in December for a Christmas show. And that one's like we're doing Tango de Roxanne. That one I'm excited for. That's from Moulin Rouge, and it's just a different. Our coaches are choreographing it. It's a lot of fun. But I danced for like 5 hours yesterday, and I like came home and I felt like an old freaking man. Like my knees, feet, and back were killing me. Just
like
tangoed
Footloose over there,
bro. I'm telling you, it's so much fun. It's so much. And then like when the rights, and then Saturday night I went to a Malanga. That's a dance party, a tango party, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You get there, you have a glass or two of wine, you loosen up, and you find some gorgeous senoritas, and you take them out on the dance floor, and you get after it, and then you cop a feel, and they slap the shit out of you, and then the night's over. No, not really. I don't
get a
do that.
knee to the groin, and then you limp on home.
Catch an assault charge. I mean, hell, it's a great fucking time. But speaking of assault charges, this episode is brought to you. I don't even know what that has to do with the other one. Oh, my God. No, but this episode is brought to you by Shellshock CBD.com. Dude, we've had great reviews. The energy sticks, if you're watching, you see Josh is saying the energy sticks over there. These things are amazing.
These bad boys.
Bro, we had a lot of people that are buying these up. We're getting some really good reviews coming back in, some great feedback. The taste is number one. I've given it to friends. They've tried it. This is not one of those things that's going to give you like this massive energy surge, but it's like for like a little energy.
Yeah.
And it's good. It has CBD, CBG, 100 milligrams of caffeine. It's completely natural, made from real lemons.
Only 1 gram of sugar.
1 gram of sugar. I mean, come on. Cameron.
It's good, too.
Cameron.
You could drink it and not get heart palpitations.
Exactly, yeah. I love the taste of it. It is not, it's like that lemonade that's not too sweet that leaves you thirsty.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. So we've got these bundles. The CBD energy sticks will be released, or they're already open right now. So we really appreciate that. You can check them out on the Shellshock CBD website. One bag has 20 little packets in it. And honestly, you can make one packet last for about like 2 8-ounce or at least 2 8-ounce or 1 16-ounce realistically. I like it. I don't like I'll take half a packet and add it to 8 ounces because I don't like it too tangy, but it's still pretty good. I love it. I think we did a good job on this one. So if you're looking for a more wholesome, holistic, healthier way of getting some natural energy, give us a shot. Again, that is shellshockcbd.com. We'd love it. We want you to try it. I don't know if we're going to do any sample packs on that one, though. I don't think we can.
Yeah, I don't think we can either.
Yeah. We have sample packs.
You're just going to have to commit. You have to commit to something for once in your life.
Man, our customers have trusted us thus far, so
it's
trust
good.
us again.
Yeah. I
That's
just want to put that bullshit.
Yeah.
And then we also have our gummies, too. Those blueberry gummies.
This is true.
Those are still marked down. We just had so many of them.
The Halo Blueberry gummies are $29.99 for 20-count bags, regularly $40. Gummies are marked down on the website, no code required. So that's still up there as well. So again, that is shellshockcbd.com. If you've never tried us out, give it a shot. You've got nothing to lose. All right, let's get into the news. And good Lord Almighty, like watching Joe Biden tour, like I am just.
Did you see the difference between when he went to Saudi Arabia versus when Trump went there?
No.
Like when Trump and his wife landed, they had like bands playing and they were throwing roses, and it's like it was just a well received welcoming from it. And then Joe Biden comes out and it's like nobody's there. Nothing.
They forgot about
There's
him.
no music.
Oh, that's right. The old dude from America's coming today. Shit. All right. Let's get him a little platter of
You just
cheese
see
or something. I don't know.
the difference between,
Because they laugh at the dude. He's a joke. He's an international joke.
nobody respects that guy.
And, and this is not us sitting there saying it because we hate them. I hope he burns in hell. I think he's a piece of shit and his whole family should rot in hell. But the point is, though, it's like internationally, and this isn't just John or Josh, our perspective. Internationally, we were a joke.
Yeah.
They don't respect this president. They have nothing but contempt for this guy. I mean, my God, again, look at Ukraine. That never would have happened under Trump. Trump told Putin, if you do this, I'll bomb Russia or I'll bomb Moscow.
Yeah, it's hard to say that it wouldn't have happened because he's been right on everything else.
This is true. Bro, just again, and I've got so many news articles here pulled up, and I feel like we're beating a dead horse at this point. But Portland, Oregon, it's back in the news again. Crime is just insane. Democrats take over, and then we see morally decaying society. We see an increase in crime. We see an embracing of the mentally disturbed people in these various different single percentage communities that want to be normalized and put mainstream, even though they shouldn't be. They should be committed to insane asylums to get help. It's like, this is nuts. This is what happens with Democrats. They are undoing the moral fabrics of our society. And it's not that, like, I feel like we should be living in any kind of way or any type of, like any kind of moral principle or guidelines. But the point is, like, to sit there and talk about, like, pronouns and shit, it's like, no, I don't respect your pronouns. No, a man cannot become a woman cannot become a man. I am tired of having these conversations. I'm tired of having these arguments. And I'm to the point now where it's like, just don't even argue with them. Just like, no, we're not debating this. It's wrong. It's wrong.
It's not worth it.
It's not, because they're going to sit there and gaslight it as much as they can. They're going to quote these scientific back studies that are made by activist scientists. These things are not actual science. I said this so many times. I cannot believe that we are in 2022 and we are arguing what makes a man and a woman a woman.
I just think it's a smokescreen to divert everybody's attention away from a terrible economy and high gas prices and an open border and war going on across the world.
It's disgusting, man.
Yeah.
It's sickening. This is our society. And I still cannot get over the fact that we would rather put drag queens in schools than armed guards. That's how Democrats are. This is how liberals are. They would rather have drag queen story hour. And dude, libs of TikTok, if you haven't followed them on Twitter, you really should, or Instagram as well. They are continuously posting a lot of these things to where you cannot deny that this is actually happening now and a massive scale. School after school, group after group of people are attempting to normalize drag queens in schools. And I saw one video over the weekend, again, a dude in drag and a child is like giving him money. And I'm just at a loss for this. The parents should be strung up. This dude should be strung up. I think it's disgusting. I think that we live in a society now that I'm honestly embarrassed of Biden's America. I'm embarrassed of this country. Like, I don't think I could justifiably go to another country and proudly claim I'm an American. And that's not me saying I hate America. That's me saying this administration has made us the laughing stock of the world, and we need Trump back. Yep. We need somebody in there that's actually going to have some fucking balls and essentially go in there. Number one, like, if I was president, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to dismantle the military woke leadership. Like, you're gone. I want conservatives. I want to kick out the transgenders. I want them out. I want all that stuff out. I want this stuff back to the way it was. Pronouns, no, gone. We're not doing that. I was like, it's a new generation or it's a new leadership. We're going back to the way it was and the way that it fucking worked. It worked. This shit doesn't work. This shit's nuts. And then the other thing is I ban TikTok from military. If you're in the military, you cannot have TikTok because they are an embarrassment. These TikToks that I see are just fucking ridiculous. I'm telling, dude. I saw one. This is how bad. Like I'm starting to really take into consideration purging my social media, of like not being on it nearly as much because I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of seeing on TikTok. I'm not even lying about this, folks. I put out some cringe content. I'll admit that, but never as cringe as a nurse who literally makes a TikTok crying about how I just lost a patient. She literally sets the phone up. And then she goes through the whole ordeal. Like, she's not even looking at the phone, and she's sitting there crying. And then she puts in quotations, just lost a patient. And then she's sitting there breaking down. It's like, why did you film this? Why did you film? You know why you filmed this. Yeah. You're trying to achieve sympathy and gain followers and clout. That's fucking disgusting. This is what social media has created in our generation. Social media, I honestly feel, if this thing is not controlled, it will be the downfall of America. And it's so crazy how it's social media, it's what it took to do it. Because I was watching a podcast, I forget this comedian's name, and he makes a good point though. He said, we were so adamant about not letting TikTok into America because it was China owned. And so, you know, the algorithms in China, they will only allow good people that contribute something good to society. They bump them up in the views. Like people that are like scientists, shit like that. Not doing these stupid ass little fucking...
A social credit system.
Well, not just that. I'm talking about like they promote the algorithms of the videos. The videos that get the most views are actually contributing to society. People that actually do something worth a shit. Okay. Not doing these cringe, stupid little fucking dances. And never in my life, if you really think about it, people are getting famous on TikTok for lip syncing to other people's shit. How fucking cheap is that? That's what it is. Like I'm just sitting there because
people watch it. I know. If people weren't watching it, then they wouldn't do it.
Too. I'm just like, why the fuck am I watching this?
I don't know. I get the giant boobs and
that's all social media. Yeah.
Butt cheek drops. Yeah. All that stuff. That's what like.
But it was on that podcast. He made a good point. It's like if you want to combat your enemy, if you want to basically sink. Well, let's look at it this way. And I am not condoning communism. But look at Chinese society. They are regulated by the government. The government will not let immoral shit infect their society. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe gay marriage is legal over there. There's a lot of things, and I'm not saying it's right and it's not wrong. I'm saying the government basically safeguards them from any type of, in their opinion, immoral practices. America, it's completely different. We're open targets. They can hit us with whatever they want. There's no restrictions.
Do you think the Supreme Court got it wrong when they made gay marriage legal, like federally?
Yeah.
Like it should go to the states.
Yeah. 100%.
I'm starting to think that myself.
It's not that I disagree with gay marriage. It's the fact that if we're going to sit there and say Roe v. Wade should be kicked back down to the states, I think the deeper question we should be asking is when should the federal government get involved? But we have to go back and dictate what is the role of the federal government. It was never to do this. Right. It was never to intervene on these various issues. It was to protect that Constitution, the Bill of Rights, establish borders, national sovereignty. I mean, it's literally written in the fucking Constitution. So it's kind of like and this is why a lot of Democrats right now are crying for the federal government to get back involved again. They want, like in Texas, read an article today where they're talking about they want Biden to declare a national emergency to offer health care for abortion. It's like, no. I was like, that's not the way it fucking works. You don't get to sit there and have the Supreme Court, do what they're designed to do, kick it back down to the states, and just because you don't like it, now you want the federal government or you want the executive branch to come in and undermine the SCOTUS. Now you basically undermine checks and balances, then what need do we have of a government? Now we've got a dictatorship. Now we've got a president that can do whatever he wants. But no, as far as gay marriage, and here's the thing, just saying that, because Ted Cruz came out and even said that, and I agree with him. But just saying that now means that, oh my God, they're coming after gay marriage. It's like, well, in certain states, probably. But that's the way it works. And here's the thing, this is why Democrats don't like this. That is democracy.
Yeah.
That's democracy. And here's the thing, people are like, well, I don't like that. I don't like the way Californians run with their gun laws. Guess what? I don't live in California. Right. I don't like the way New York is. I don't live in New York. I live in Texas.
Yeah.
If Texas freaking changed and they went like hardcore left, I'm probably moving to a state that's probably go to Florida.
Yeah.
I don't know, Florida or someplace north, a red state up north where I can actually get a good winter and a fucking not so brutal summer.
Maybe like one of the Carolinas.
Possibly. I don't know.
Tell you what,
I was thinking more like Wyoming or Montana. Or I don't know.
I keep hearing Wyoming is badass.
Same.
I'd even go up to Montana, I think.
I'm at the age now to where I need to find myself a woman and then move up north, build myself a little ranch, and just live out the rest of my time with no fucking social media and saying, fuck the world. That's dude, just looking at social media these days, looking at the news, it's like, my God. Like, yeah. You just get so burned out. You get so burned out. And I pull up, these news articles. The first thing I see is the trans flag and I cringe. It's like, oh God. It's like, oh God, this is where we're at now. It's like, this is pathetic. Our forefathers, like, how would you explain this to like our forefathers? Like, hey, we're going to get to a point in America where men can be women.
Here, countries which implement the death penalty for same-sex sexual acts are Iran, Saudi Arabia, Sudan, Yemen, Somalia, Nigeria, Iraq. Jeez.
Yep.
Countries where the death
It's not that I agree with that, but those countries do exist, yeah.
Yeah. That's,
and then I saw a meme. It was
that's pretty harsh.
Rachel Levin or whatever, the transgender dude, the admiral, whatever, and the bald-headed puppy freak.
Oh, my God.
You see that picture where they're representing us in various different countries except Saudi Arabia? It's like, why aren't they going to Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
Why is that? Oh, we were so oppressed in America, but these two whack jobs, they're not. Why is that? Dude, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of Biden. This administration's a joke. You select these two wackos to go represent us internationally? The fuck? And this dude is dressed. It's a bald guy in a dress and heels and a mustache and lipstick. Just
really committing to the look.
Fucking, and he's not even good looking. But this is where we're at. This is where we're at, folks.
Like, what do they do again? What do those guys do?
He's like nuclear disposal at the federal level, and then the Rachel Levin is the fucking something with the Coast. I don't know. I don't take them seriously. It's all about virtue signaling. It's all it is. You know, realistically, what do they do? Not anything too important, I would imagine. I mean, they have these titles that sound great, but fuck me running. Like, you just look at the stuff, it's like, here's the one thing. I'm not leaving America. I'm not gonna sit here and say, until this gets better, I'm leaving. It's like, no, I'm sticking here no matter what. Like, it's thick and thin.
I think it's temporary.
Oh, it is.
You know, I don't think this is a permanent thing. But
if it was a permanent thing, I'm gone. I'm fucking gone. You're telling me that you want to have drag? Oh, fuck no. Because if I couldn't leave, then I'd be getting hauled out for murder. I would go on a rampage. I would take these motherfuckers out. I think it's disgusting. And, you know, honestly, it's going to be interesting to see what happens after midterms. We could see this thing go south really quick. Because if for some reason there is more election stealing yet again, all the right has left is violence. That's all they've got left.
You know, it might have been the best thing to happen, having the election turn out the way it did, because now you have Wisconsin, what got rid of all the drop boxes. You have Arizona.
Yep.
You know, dealing with Georgia,
yeah, Texas.
You know, I think really the only one that, like Michigan and Pennsylvania, probably still need to be taken care of. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I think that would give me a lot more warm and fuzzy, but I still think it's, I don't know. I just don't. I don't trust any of it. I don't trust any of it. I think it's all whack.
But it comes down to people have to show up and vote. So people that have never voted have to get out and vote. Like it has to be to that point where everybody's sick and tired of being sick and tired, and then you got to get up, you got to get out, and you got to go do something. You can't leave it in the hands of these fucking crooks who are on video talking about stealing the election. Remember when Project Veritas found that one fat dude over in Colorado, and he had been posting a bunch of shit? They had some undercover journalists who infiltrated the Antifa chapter somewhere over in that area, but he was talking about they had the votes, they were going to win. Like, he was extremely confident that they were going to win the election, and they had all the votes that they needed, and they were going to stuff the ballot boxes.
Dude, here's the thing,
and that was before the election. I'm sure a lot of people have seen that video.
This is where I feel conflicted about it. By and large, the DNC is so perversely corrupt that when you see these scandal after scandal after scandal, you start to understand, like, this is what the DNC does.
Yeah.
When we look at their figureheads, such as the AOCs, the Pelosis, the Schumers, primarily the AOCs, and that's who I want to really focus on for this, is that when they don't get their way, they want to essentially dismantle the system or undermine the system to achieve their end goal, therefore not respecting the sanctity of what the Constitution provides. So I firmly and adamantly believe that they would resort to very underhanded tactics to achieve their end goal, because in their mind, they justify it.
Yeah.
It'd be the same as like fighting Nazis. In their mind, they're fighting Nazis. They see the right legitimately. You have to understand the DNC is comprised primarily of these younger generations of very impressionable, very ignorant children that were raised on social media. They have no real world experience. Majority of them probably still don't even pay taxes. These people are the same ones that they were never given. They are so impressionable. They are so incredibly impressionable. So they believe everything that CNN says. So when you sit there, dude, my nose is itching like a motherfucker. When CNN sits there and they paint the right as Nazis and they paint the right as racist, and then you've got all these paid actors out there doing all this crazy stuff, I get where they see is like, oh, they are Nazis. So when you have that in your mind and it's justified, where it's like, this is the same as Hitler, then you're going to go to any method or utilize any method or tactic to destroy them. And it's justified in your mind.
Yeah.
So I get why they do it. I'm not agreeing with it. I think it's morally just disgusting. But unless things change, bro, we've seen so far a massive breakdown of law enforcement. We've seen a massive breakdown of government. And when you've got those two forces going against you, what else do you have left?
Yeah.
If the people rise up and like look at Sri Lanka, I think it was.
Yep.
Oh my God, that dude's running for his life. The president's gone.
You see how many cars that guy had?
Nuts.
It looked like a dealership.
So what's the difference between that dude and our elected politicians? Oh,
none.
I gotta ask this question. I keep getting DM'd every time something Dan Crenshaw does something, because apparently he and I are attached to the hip now. Apparently they're saying he voted on a bill that essentially allows the military, wants the military to fire unvaxxed people. No one's given me this bill. Crenshaw's posted about it. I was like, this is more hearsay. Where is the bill number? Because I need to read this.
He came out on his Instagram and disavowed it.
Yeah, but
he said it wasn't true.
Yeah, and it's like, well, everybody's saying it is, so it's like, where's this bill so we can read it? I want to read this bill because I've seen them go after Crenshaw, and there's things that's one thing though. Crenshaw did change his mind on. Like he freaking, it kind of pissed me off. Because when he came on the show the first time, he's like, just get the vaccine and stay in the military. And now he's like, well, it's like, dude, where were you when it counted?
Yeah.
It's like, you changed your mind too late. It's like, great that you're speaking out now.
Yeah.
But where were you a year or two ago?
That's one of those things. Like some things you could say, okay, I changed my mind on, like marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay, did some research and come back around.
But when those people needed you weren't there.
When it comes down to something like a vaccine that they just whipped up.
Yeah.
And then they want everybody to take it, and you don't know the side effects of it.
Exactly.
And then,
I just love how I constantly get tagged. It's like, but even on Facebook, Burr, go talk to Crenshaw. It's like, dude, I'm not in this guy's ear. Like, we rarely talk. I have him on the show sometimes, and that's about it. It's like, but no, there's a lot of things on it that I saw. It's like, okay, I'm not going to jump the gun on this. Where's the bill?
Yeah.
I want to actually want to read this because that's what the left does. Well, it's not just the left. It's like these omnibus bills are full of a lot of different things. So even though you vote yes on the bill, it means that you voted yes on everything else. Like, no, that's not the way it works. Like, you voted yes on the bill, but it means that sometimes you have to disagree with other things in that bill to get to the things that you do want. So it's like, and I'm not justifying him. I'm not like trying to sit there and say, oh, yeah, he was doing it right. It's like, look, that's the way it works. You don't get to say, I vote yes on this part of the bill and no. No, it's either yes, no, that's it.
Well, maybe get him on the podcast again to...
I should reach out to him and talk to him again. Like, yeah. And then I'll really get people like, oh, your best friend and Chris.
I mean, it's better to have it coming from him rather than just sitting around.
Well, I don't know, because he came on the show and... Dude, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, I guess it is best coming. But when he came on the show last time, he talked about how, I can't make $175,000 work for here in DC. It's like, I could.
Really?
I certainly could.
Yeah, that kind of. I don't agree with that.
That was tone deaf.
It's
like, what kind of life are you living,
because
bro?
Look at now, Nancy Pelosi's husband just bought like $1 million worth of stock in with some chip firm company.
Let's get into it. So Nancy Pelosi's office responds to husband's controversial computer chip stock purchase ahead of Congress vote. This is real.
Yeah.
This is a real thing, folks. This is a real thing. Nancy Pelosi's office responded to her husband's controversial computer chip stock trades ahead of Congress's vote on the semiconductor industry. Now, you're going to hate me. Y'all are going to hate me. Go look at what Marjorie Taylor Greene's purchased. She has bought into stock in companies she adamantly stands against. That's all I'm saying.
Has she?
She has. And I get it. It's money. And to me, that's kind of like one of those things of like, that's such a very slippery slope. It's like, okay, so it'd be like me disagreeing with transgenderism. And then I go buy stock in a transgender company. It's like, so
is it the same thing?
That's the question. It's like, I don't know if that's the same thing or not. Because what if I was so vocally just like, I hate trans, baby, blah, blah, and then you go buy stock in a trans company? I mean, that's a, I don't know. That's a slippery one.
Name a trans company.
I have no idea. I've never bought stock.
Story hour.
I don't fucking know. You get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I think it's, I don't know. It'd be very funny.
As a
actually, no. Okay, here's the
government official, I would say it
should be banned.
Yeah,
it
you shouldn't be able to do it.
Yes, I agree. Or any of your family or immediate family. That's the price you pay.
Especially your spouse.
Exactly. But no, I have to do it. Go back in this. So what if I was like David Hogg, an anti-gun guy, and then I go buy stock in Remington?
Okay.
Then it's like, okay, that's hypocritical.
Right.
Yeah, so I could see it the same way as Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit there and just go after these people and you go buy stock in the very same companies that you hate, okay, you're a hypocrite.
Yeah.
You're supporting them.
No, I agree with that.
So, yeah, that part. So Pelosi's, they all, this isn't just a left versus, they all do this.
All do it.
They all do this.
Like,
this is
all of us should be outraged because they're getting insider information. Martha Stewart went to prison.
But it's Congress.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, don't ever expect Congress to police itself. They never will.
Never. They give themselves raises.
This shit will continue. This shit will continue until people start standing up. And I hate to say this, but unless shit changes, bro, the only thing that I've seen ever change anything in government is violence. Look at BLM.
Look at Sri Lanka.
Look at all that.
Yep.
When the people rise up, when the people stand up in mass, in unison, and they do not back down. I mean, you look at the BLM, just nuts. Nuts to me.
You know, I knew those guys were grifters from the very beginning.
Fucking
it was just a cash grab.
Once
they started getting all these people, you see it on video games, Call of Duty. Like, what the fuck, man?
Bro, that's the thing that I never understood was like, if Black Lives Matter, if minority lives matter, ultimately the goal. And this is the thing I don't understand about black people. Okay? Or black people, liberal black people that were out there like protesting and shit. It's like, okay, you're 13% of the population and you're a minority. But why don't Asians, Native Americans, and other people less of a minority than you have the same problems that you do? Why? Why is that? We never have these conversations. Why is it that people that have less numbers than you that are also classified minorities, lesser minorities, not have the same problems that you do? Look at the Asian community.
Yeah.
They're thriving. They came over here as slaves as well.
I think we all know the answer. It comes down to
culture.
Right.
We have a cultural issue in America. And that's why when Instagram and Facebook and all these stupid companies went out there, woke virtue signaling, buy black, black, black. It's like, okay, fair enough. But what about the other minorities?
Yeah. How about buy American?
Where's their shout out? Where is it for like Hispanics? Where is it for fucking Asians? For Irish? For all this stuff? Italian? No, it's just black because they cry the loudest. That's the way it works. And whoever cries the loudest and screams oppression Olympics,
I don't even know that. I think the government officials have really
and
given these people a place to stand, grifters to stand up and take advantage of it. So if there was ever a sign of black culture in America being bankrupt, look at what BLM did to their own. Look at what they did to their own. They sit there and raised millions upon millions. And then you had like the Lexington, Kentucky chapter saying, we've never received a dime from BLM corporate. We've just done it on our own. And then what do the leaders do and the founders? They go out and buy these $6 million mansions. Yeah. Is that not just a very, it's like, wow, we'll talk about irony. You stole from your own. Yeah.
Wow. Crazy. But nobody wants to talk about this because if we do, oh my God, you're racist. It's like, no, this is the truth. I'm tired of hearing it. Like this oppression Olympics is, I was on this dating app and I saw this one girl's like, you know, unless Black Lives Matter to you, swipe left. It's like, bitch, you're not worth a fuck. You think like we're losing out? Like fucking swipe left, you fat fuck. I don't give a shit about you. I was like, these people sitting there trying to like make it sound like, you know, if you don't have a vasectomy, I don't fucks with you. It's like, well, you're fat. So you don't fucks with a lot of people, girl. And I'm going to be more of a dickhead. I just don't care. Ladies, I'll be honest with you. If you're on a fucking dating app and your shit is filtered like fuck, you're catfishing.
I don't know. I did see a funny TikTok video of this fat white girl was like, yeah, points to like black men or something like that, and then white boys. Yes, she passed like, on, and then the black guy comes. Black. He's like, "I'll pass it off to my Hispanic brothers."
You sit there and you virtue signal on somebody's like fucking skin tone, like you're gonna be an ally. It doesn't suddenly make you fuckable. No, you're still fat and hideous. That's just the way it works. Especially when you dye your hair and you fucking like put all that metal in your face and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't give give a fuck if it offends them. It's the truth. But I feel like that's why a lot of these woke young kids get involved, because number one, they know they're not attractive. They're very socially awkward. They've never been shown a lot of attention. Mm-hmm. This is their way to get it. But I got news for you. I'm sorry. If you're fat and ugly and you have a very, very ugly personality, virtue signaling for transgender, whatever, blah, 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 is not going to make you suddenly fuckable. Never in my life have I seen like an ugly woman who then suddenly stands up for the Constitution. Like, you know what? Man, I want to fuck her. No, she's doing it right now, but I'm still not fucking her. I have a stalker that's still coming after me because I wouldn't fuck her. You got to love it. You got to love it.
Nothing a 12-pack wouldn't cure.
Oh, no, this bitch is fucking crazy. Angel, I know you're listening. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She still watches my stories and I have to block her shit like fucking nut job, dude. Nut job. But that's what happens. These people, they get involved in these fucking, these little movements and they suddenly think it's gonna, they belong. It's like joining the military.
Yeah.
You belong to something. You feel like you're providing value. Mm-hmm. You're fighting for something that's going to go down in history, when in reality, it's like, no, you're like a black eye on America. Like, this is like our version of the 60s with all the fucking hippies, but instead these people are just insane because they believe in like free love and shit. Now we're believing like chest feeding, birth people. I'm not a biologist. Did you see that? Like, again, that black lady, the black lawyer from wherever, talking to Jim, what's his face, or the congressman, and he said, you know, you talk about people giving birth. Like, are you talking specifically to women?
Oh yeah, Josh. Okay, yeah.
And she's just kind of like, that's transphobic. Good. Yeah, you know what? Give them what they want.
Yeah, let's hate speech.
That speech creates violence. Good. I hope it does. I don't give a fuck, because here's the deal. Deal with it, because the shit that they say, fuck you.
Yeah, you can't go around and espousing you got to follow science for 2 years and then all of a sudden come out and say, yeah, men can get pregnant.
Exactly. It's nuts.
Of course, men can have periods.
It's disgusting. But again, that's where we're at. So Nancy Pelosi's office responds to husband's controversial computer chip stock purchase ahead of Congress vote. You gotta love this. Yeah. How is this not insider trading? Because
it is.
They know what's coming. They know what they're gonna vote. Nancy Pelosi's office. Listen to how they responded to this, by the way. Nancy's Pelosi's
Dear
office.
Dear peasants.
Dear worthless fucks. Nancy Pelosi's office responded to her husband controversial computer chip stock trades ahead of Congress vote on the semiconductor industry. Fox Business has reached out to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office for comment about her husband's recent stock trades, particularly inquiring about Paul Pelosi's $1 million purchase of stock in a semiconductor company, as Congress is slated to vote on a $52 billion subsidy to the industry as part of a bill to increase U.S. manufacturing of computer chips to make the country less reliant and more competitive with China. Holy shit. The levels of nepotism on this are just insane.
Yeah.
Just insane.
It's through the roof.
Like, how are these people not being imprisoned? How are they not being brought up on charges? Is beyond me. Legitimately beyond me. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah. We're just peasants.
The speaker, and listen to what they say. The speaker does not own any stocks. As you can see from the required disclosure with which the speaker fully cooperates, these transactions are marked SB for spouse. The speaker has no prior knowledge of subsequent involvement in any transactions, Nancy Pelosi spokesman Drew Hamill said in a statement to Fox Business. That is the biggest slap in the face. Like, well, it wasn't the speaker. It was the spouse. Why do you think the spouse bought it?
Yeah, I don't think
she fucking told him. Right? Are you kidding me? Get the fuck out. This is how stupid they think you are, ladies and gentlemen. This is how stupid they think that you are, the people. This is how dumb.
Let's see. How much is that fucking bitch worth?
Oh, I can't even. I can't even.
120 million.
Jesus.
Her salary? Well, it's $223,000.
Yeah, you gotta love that.
So on a $223,000 a year salary, she's worth $120 million.
Kid,
probably more that we know of. It's probably more.
No wonder they go into politics.
This lady's probably worth like $500 million.
It's nuts,
right?
Yeah.
Fucking scumbag. She's 82 years old. God. Scumbags. All of them.
Regarding proposals to ban trading by Congress, Hamill said there are at least 3 proposals introduced into the House in this regard, and the Speaker has asked the Committee on House Administration to review these proposals, adding that Fox Business should check with the committee in their latest. Yeah, okay, well, too little, too late. I mean, they're still doing it.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
They've been doing this for the longest time.
That's what they do. They get called out on something. Yep. They get outraged. Mm-hmm. They repeat back the outrage to you.
Yep.
And then they go back and keep doing the same thing over
Or they'll
and over
ban
again.
it after the fact that they've like done it for so long now.
Is it wrong? Yes.
Well, I mean, Pelosi...
Should we stop? Probably. Are we going to? I don't think so.
Well, remember when she came out and she's like, no, I don't think we're going to do that because this is a capitalistic country. It's like, really? Because y'all want to regulate everything else, but now when you don't get your way, you suddenly want to claim capitalism? Like, you're the biggest fucking hypocrites ever. You're corporatists.
Total
That's what they are.
Yeah.
You have these lobbyists putting money into their... just, oh my God. Like, dude, the things that I want to say that I probably get banned for... something to do with January 6th. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Like, how does this lady continue to win elections?
Because voters don't care and voters don't pay attention. Look at where she comes from. The people that vote for them are stupid. These are stupid people. It's just,
They're getting elected year after year. I mean, to me, it's just, I have to believe that the elections are rigged. Because
I think so as well.
People can't possibly be that stupid.
Well, how can you live in an area?
Be like, you know what? We lived in this same area as Nancy Pelosi for 20 years, and nothing has ever improved. In fact, it's gotten worse.
Exactly.
You can't even have a business in San Francisco without people walking in with a trash bag and leaving with all your stuff. And you can't call the police because they defunded them.
Mm-hmm. Case in point of what you just said being truthful is that we talk about how people live in certain areas and they turn to shit under Democratic leadership. Mm-hmm. Look at what's going to happen in 2022 midterms. They're already saying there's a red wave coming, like nothing we've ever seen. People are tired of it. Mm-hmm. So explain to me how we're getting more Democrats to vote red, and yet in these very smaller areas, their districts, how are they not flipping? How are they not flipping? It's beyond me.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand.
I think we just have to get through November.
Yeah.
And then really assess the situation.
Bro,
because
I'm telling you, if we don't win in November,
the one chick, what's her name? Maria Flores down
Myra
here.
Flores,
Myra Flores here in Texas. Mm-hmm. So she flipped a blue seat. Mm-hmm. That's been primarily Democratic for a long time. So we'll see what happens. Of course, Texas has some pretty good voter security.
They're really trying to bolster Beto. Beto is like really, because he's basically
that piece of shit. Yeah, he fundraised. He fundraised
$150 million.
Quite a bit of money when he was running for Senate too.
Just this time now,
he's president.
He's broken record. He's like raised upwards of $150 million.
This guy is
like, what do you need $150 million for?
He's got such a racket going on there.
All these Democrats, I love it. It's like, they look at Elon Musk like, you know what you could have done with all that money? You know what you could have done with all that money you donated to this fucking douchebag who's changed his mind so many different... just the very premise. I would love to sit down with a Beto supporter and be like, look, I'm not even going to ask who you're voting for. But do you think it would be kind of controversial and maybe unsettling if you have a politician that changes his mind constantly on a single issue? It's like, well, yeah, of course. Like, okay, well, let's look at Beto. And then you bring up the Second Amendment and how he flips so much. Like, how can you vote for this guy who is so consistently inconsistent in his thought process? Yeah. At least with Abbott, you might not like the dude, but he's at least consistent in some more aspects than Beto. Yeah. I was like, at this point, it's like choosing the turd in the fucking diarrhea. I'll give you that. But don't you dare sit there and tell me you're voting Beto because you want change. No, you've got an Irishman using a name that sounds fucking Hispanic to resonate with the minority voters because he knows Texas predominantly is growing in Hispanic voting. This is what these pieces of shit do. And nobody calls them on, because if they do, they turn around and say, well, you're just a racist. Like, you're the one pretending to be a fucking Mexican, bro. Shut the fuck up, you Irish fuck. I'm Irish too. So it's kind of like, that's like, stop appropriating somebody else's culture and embrace your fucking potatoes, you dipshit.
He's all over the place. He went from being mayor of El Paso, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
To running for Senate, to running for president. Now he's running for governor.
He just won't quit. People don't want you, dude. They don't like you. They
what
think
are his
you're
qualifications?
Stupid. Hit and run DUIs. Yeah. Hit and run DUIs.
That's a B&E. He's got a B&E on his record. And then, the hit and run DUI. And nobody's talking. If that, any of the Trumps, that's all you would hear about.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you would hear about.
That is.
This complete douchebag.
Oh, my God.
Butthole O'Rourke.
The Biden administration's CDC encourages teachers to use leftist gender curriculum.
Of course.
Jesus. The Biden administration's Center for Disease Control, CDC, is promoting an activist organization that seeks to embed leftist gender theory in the classroom. Do you finally understand? Do you finally understand why we don't need these fucking agencies? No. Are you getting it now, folks? Are you getting it now? Are you waking up and smelling the corruption? The corruptibility in these three-letter agencies is insane. It is insane. You've got the CDC now. You've got the CDC now doing this, pulling this shit. Are you kidding me? And then our tax money is funding this. I'm just at a loss on this. I'm at a loss. The CDC LGBT Youth Resources page, archived here, directs teachers to access educator resources from the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network. I am just at a loss. You want equality, but you keep segregating yourself. Like, okay. We should start, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Looking for ways to support Ally Week, No Name Calling Week, or the Day of Silence? Interested in finding ways to bring LGBTQ visibility into your curriculum? You've come to the right place, GLSEN's website explains. The organization continues by noting the guides can be used to direct activism and to embed ideological positions into school curriculum. When it says GLSEN's education team has created educator guides for each of our days of action along with our resource. Ladies and gentlemen, this is grooming shit. This is groomer shit. You are trying to infect the youth with a sexual-based ideology. How is that not grooming? Leave them alone. We don't even talk about straight sex to these kids. That's disgusting. Yeah. So in like the gay community says, well, what about straight people? You don't see straight people in these classrooms saying, hey, you put your penis in the vagina. No. Let them be kids. That's disgusting.
I think it's like 5th grade when you start getting into biology, right?
Yeah, I'm just at a loss, though.
4th or 5th grade?
I'm at a loss with this. I'm just, bro, and I hate to say this, but it's like the only way to combat this is either you go to these fucking school board meetings and you start voting these pieces of shit out, or you put your kids in homeschooling.
Homeschool, private school.
I'm telling you. But a lot of people can't afford it. Some parents are dual income homes and the mom can't afford to quit just to stay home and educate the children. I mean, it's difficult. Yeah. But that's just why you got to go put some fucking... You got to put some pressure on these freaking school boards. It's like, no. But this is what's happening with the trans group. This is what transgenderism has ushered into this country. It's 100% where it's at. Yeah. We didn't see this under Trump, not to this level. And as soon as Biden takes over, their immorality just goes through the fucking roof. It goes through the roof. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Case in point, Portland, Oregon, the site of massive George Floyd protests, has been ravaged by violent crime ever since. Recent crime study examines how Portland homicides and non-fatal shootings have increased over the last 3 years. I wonder why. Because you got cops out there that are not doing their fucking jobs. The leadership isn't allowing them to. Because why? We're too afraid to hurt black people and Antifa and white liberals. Oh my God, because if you do, you're just racist. This shit's nuts. There was an article of a black dude who got shot by a SWAT sniper or some shit like that. He went into this, I think it was a Mexican or white lady's house with her child, and he was like going to murder them, and somehow like they killed him. Mm-hmm. I forget what the article is. It's out there. Emery King was posting on his Instagram. I looked into the article. There was literally outside of this woman's like, she was afraid she was going to die. Mm-hmm. Like she was scared. There were literally at her house after the fact, anti-cop protesters. And Amory had on his page, she shows up, gets out of her car and starts screaming at these people. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? This has nothing to do with George Floyd. I was like, this piece of shit was about to murder me and my child. I was like, and you're sitting there, and apparently this guy's got a GoFundMe. And he's already raised like $15,000 for his family. And this woman, she's got a GoFundMe that's raised like $2,000 or $3,000, whatever. And it's like, really? Because this dude is black. This is why nobody takes BLM seriously. Yeah. This is why the LGBT and the black communities on the left, you're getting a lot of hatred your way because of bullshit like this. Mm-hmm. This shit's ridiculous. This black kid went in there and was going to murder the mom, and then they fucking took him out. And then you want to sit there and go fund me because it's kind of like that the stereotype goes, oh, he was such a good person. He was about to murder a fucking mom and their child. Yeah, great. Yeah, good person. Yeah. I'm glad they shot the piece of shit. Fuck him. I don't care if he was black, white, it doesn't matter. Yep. But that's all that matters to the leftists because everything in their mind, it's just, oh my God, you got to love it. Oh, they wouldn't have done that if he was white. Mm-hmm. Yes, they would have, and they do, more so. But we can't talk about that. That's how stupid we are in this country. That's how stupid we are in this country. And the protesters were mocking her too. They were mocking this woman. You talking about pieces of shit. Too bad the sniper didn't take those pieces of shit out. Like, I'd be okay with that. These fucking just disgusting human beings. Dude, they could get murdered in the street. I'd be sitting there clapping. Good. That's what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. We are not Americans. We're not. We're not united. And I don't want to be. I don't want to be united with these pieces of shit. I don't. I don't want to be united with pedophile lovers and groomers. I don't want to be united with people that applaud when a woman is breaking down because she was almost murdered by a freaking scumbag, and then he gets wasted like he should be. I hope they splattered his brains all over the fucking wall. I do. But you sit there and then you say, like, oh, the cops were wrong for doing that when he had a gun. He was going to murder the wife or the mother and the daughter. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to say if I was in that situation and there was a sniper, I would 100% hope he would
take the shot.
Take the shot.
Take multiple fucking shots. Absolutely. And then those fucking liberals that showed up to do the anti-protest, like, take shots at them too. I'm cool with that. Fucking pieces of shit. Sitting there talking about George Floyd. George Floyd. Fucking shitbags. This is what liberals do. Everything is associated with something that has like no relation to it whatsoever. It's like, okay, you want to talk about George Floyd. Okay, there was a white dude that knelt on his neck. I'll give you that. That was fucked up. Did that kill him? No, I don't think it did. It's like, this dude was about to murder a mom and her child, and you're protesting because of what? Fuck out of here.
Just remind me one more time, what did George Floyd do to get himself in that position?
He tried passing a counterfeit like $20 bill, and then he got the cops called on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought, was it somebody else who went in and like shoved the
clerk
around or something like that? I can't remember.
Wrong.
It's been so long. There's been so many cases to where these guys go into these convenience stores and rough up the owners that go out and then.
Yeah, George Floyd was no hero. He was no savior. He's
not a hero.
He was a piece of shit.
No.
Did he deserve to die? Well, when I heard that,
shame.
When I heard the fact that like he held up a pregnant woman at gunpoint, it's like, okay, yeah, you do deserve to die. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think you're a piece of shit. I do. But every single article is the same. It's like, oh no, they were turning their life around. Oh, they're just such a good person. It's like, really? Is that why he was passing a counterfeit bill?
He was on his way to becoming a physician.
He was going to cure AIDS. Fuck. Well, that didn't happen. It's like, I'm sure he did. He just had the education. Oh, he was a scientist? That's crazy to me.
He was getting ready to cure monkeypox.
Oh my God. Fucking. Oh yeah. Do you see that shit now? Democrats are screaming at the Biden administration for this.
For monkeypox?
Yeah, no, they're saying that we don't have enough vaccines. Like, what are you talking about?
Here.
I'm just
stop being so sexually promiscuous, and then you'll be all right.
Exactly. That's where we're at. Well, hey, good news. Anthony Fouchy announces planned retirement. He says, we're going to be living with coronavirus. Sure we are. Shut up and die. Just shut up and die, old man. Nobody fucking cares. Dude, you know what I'm looking forward to? We got a lot of parties to throw here in the next 10 years. We got a lot of parties to throw because once Fouchy kicks the bucket, we're throwing a party. Once Pelosi kicks the bucket, we're throwing a party. Once Hillary kicks the bucket, dude, when Hillary kicks the bucket and Bill do, we're throwing a smasher. We're going to throw a Shellshock smasher. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. We're going to call it the Make America Clintonless again.
Why is he waiting till the end of Biden's administration? I mean, like, what's this guy do? What does he do?
Exactly. But he, again,
makes bad decisions. He's got a book of bad ideas that he draws from.
How bad do you think it would look if if Fauci stepped down right now into the Biden administration? I guarantee Biden has basically said, hey, give me the end of my term, then you can retire. Is because if you leave now, it's going to make me look bad. Right now, I know that the story just broke 2 days ago. One of Kamala Harris's, one of her main speechwriters left after 4 months, gone. It's like done.
Those are made. It's like maybe we should use Come Together.
Bro, I'm telling you. Dude, she butchers every fucking speech.
She's terrible.
Every fucking speech.
Just an awful public speaker.
Yeah. It's like, I thought Biden was bad, but Kamala was like, you're in control. All you have to do is just read the teleprompter and shut up.
It's like she's drunk every time she gets up there. Know. Just like wanders out of the bar in front of the podium. What are we talking about? I'm not prepared. God. Again, I'm not prepared.
Yeah, I think Fauci's just waiting for the Biden administration because Biden's basically, hey, give me to the end of my term.
He's got to be like one of the most hated people in America.
I think so. Well, one of the most hated, one of the most loved. Left loves them some Fauci. They think he's a guy. Oh, yeah. Bro, you remember all the videos like, hey, Daddy Fauci? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you sheep?
Yeah, but once I just don't get it. I don't understand. I'm going to say most people can't stand that guy because he's so terrible.
I think Democrats.
Such an awful person. Going all the way back to AIDS.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
The AIDS thing.
Don't even get me
where
started.
he was like, yeah, people in your house can give you AIDS just by using touching the same cereal box or whatever.
He got, it's funny to me how the left will sit there and talk about how that black lawyer in Congress is like, you can't sit there and say that women are giving birth. That's transphobic and it creates violence towards trans people with that type of language. Like, I'm sorry. This is the thing that really pisses me off about these types of morons out there. When you say that you can't say a certain thing because what you said could create violence, now all you're doing is you're giving people that are mentally just delusional power over you. Mm-hmm. That if you say the wrong thing or you say something that they could think is wrong, they're going to get violent. Well, that's why the Second Amendment is there. When they do that, you shoot them in the fucking head. That's why you stop that. Stop walking on eggshells with these fucking weirdos and whack jobs. Who gives a fuck? Oh my God, that incites violence. No, it doesn't. Where did I call for violence? Yeah. Where did I say, where does it call for violence when you sit there and say that a woman is the only one that can give birth? Oh, that's transphobic and creates violence towards trans people. Good, don't be trans. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I really don't fucking care. I really don't care. I'm tired of participating in these stupid conversations with these whack jobs that you have to sit there and say, oh, men can't give birth. Well, yes, they can. No, they can't. No, they cannot. And the fact that we're even having to have this discussion means that you've kind of won because you've brought me down to your level of retardation. Yeah. Stop doing it. Like, I'm not debating these people anymore. I won't do it. I was like, this is stupid. There's no point. It's just dumb. It is dumb. This is what the DNC has created. This is what liberalism has created. Yeah. And to sit there and tolerate this bullshit only is going to put America further and further and further down the drain. We are circling the toilet right now.
I think everybody's pretty much said everything you could say about it.
Oh, yeah.
Without just...
We have Daily Wire literally making $1 million production over what is a woman.
Right. Okay. He's questioned hundreds and hundreds of people, thousands of people maybe. And if you don't get it by now, then you'll just never get it. And it's not worth it. Let's just move on.
I don't want to be friends with these people. I really don't. I think they're just idiots. I really do. I don't know. Well, Liz Cheney. The poll right now, Harriet Hagman leads Liz Cheney by 28 points in Wyoming primary. She's done. She knows she's done.
Why is she even running?
I think so. Trump endorsed candidate Harry Hagman leads. Dude, if you think Trump doesn't have a vendetta against her, oh, he certainly does.
I'm sure there's a lot. He's probably got a list.
Oh, I guarantee. No, Liz Cheney, he's probably got a hard on for her. Oh. Like, he's probably, dude, I would too if I was him. The way she could, like, her and Kitzinger already said he's retiring. And smart. You weren't going to win. Mm-hmm. Like, you're getting rhinoed out.
Yeah. But you get a nice cushy job over at CNN or 100%. MSNBC.
He's true. He is the very definition of a rhino.
Yeah.
Trump endorsed candidate Harry Hagman leads Representative Liz Cheney by 28 points heading into the August 16th Republican primary, according to the WPA Intelligence Club for Grown poll released Monday. 59% of likely primary voters voted Hagman, with only 31% chose Cheney. Jesus. She's about to get slaughtered.
Ouch.
Good. She shouldn't even run. She should just step down.
She should.
Yes.
Or just suffer this embarrassing loss, being crushed.
Talk about embarrassing. China. Biden's embarrassing Saudi trip proves U.S. influence in the Middle East is declining. China's state media arm mocks leftist American President Joe Biden on Monday for what Beijing branded as a lukewarm and embarrassing trip to the Middle East that did not appear to result in any concrete agreements or benefits for America. Biden visited Israel and Saudi Arabia last week, culminating the trip with meetings with King Salman and the nation's de facto ruler, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. Biden's visit to Saudi Arabia, a longtime U.S. ally in the region, was especially controversial because Biden has vowed as a presidential candidate to turn the country into a pariah in response to the brutal killing and dismembering of Islamist descendant Jamal Khashoggi. Reports also indicated that Biden was visiting the country to ask Riyadh to increase its oil production, potentially lowering gas prices in America, which Saudi officials denied they had the ability to do. Biden denied that he was visiting Saudi Arabia to request more oil in a column titled "Why I'm Going to Saudi Arabia." Yeah, I'm sure you didn't, bro. Why are you going there?
They talked about it. Oh, God.
We're not going there to ask for oil. Then why are you going there? Biden on the campaign trail said he was not a Saudi fan. Why are you going?
Yeah.
Why are you going? Don't. This guy's such an idiot.
Such a piece of shit.
China's government-run Xinhua news agency condemned Biden on Monday for allegedly trying to cajole Middle East countries into behaving in ways that benefit the United States. No matter how the U.S. side cajoled and nudged, the countries in the region responded tepidly, Xinhua proclaimed. Biden neither succeeded in his bid to form a regional military alliance against Iran, nor convinced Saudi Arabia to act immediately to raise its oil output. Zinhao described the response from regional leaders to Biden's presence as lukewarm and claimed that America was simply unwelcome in the Middle East. You don't say. Maybe it's because they've gotten their fill of us over there and we've kind of gotten our fill from them.
Maybe.
And that's pathetic. That's pathetic. The president couldn't even go over there and get them. They're like, no, we don't want to work with you. You're stupid. No, you can't, like, bro. And to sit there, like, oh my God, like, I cannot stress this enough. When you watch this idiot at these press conferences and then arriving at these things, he is being led places. They have to show him where to go. This guy is out of it. We have a president, like, we are being led. Here, the emperor has no clothes. When is everybody going to acknowledge this? When is the left going to acknowledge the emperor has no clothes? And you're okay with it because as long as it's your guy, you would rather see America burn than admit that maybe we should go back to Trump.
Yeah.
That's how pathetic you Democrats are. Because look, I would like to think that, hey, if we had Biden as a Republican and Biden is performing the way he is, and then we had a Democrat that was doing what Trump does, like, hey, I'm voting Democrat. Sorry.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the truth. That is my hand to God. That is the God's honest truth. Because if I see that we're benefiting more, like if Tulsi Gabbard ran as a Democrat and she takes over and we start to flourish, I'm voting for her again. Party lines be damned.
Yeah.
If they're leaving us the fuck alone and we're keeping more of our money and they're respecting the sanctity of the 2A and the Constitution, which I don't think we ever will, but you get what I'm saying. I'll vote Democrat. I don't give a shit. Don't think that you have to be loyal to a Republican just because you're a Republican.
Right.
If there's a candidate out there that can do it 10 times better, because here's the thing, Trump wasn't even a Republican.
No.
He was a Democrat. But he knew in order to freaking make headway, he had to run as a Republican.
Yeah.
And he did it. And he even said, and look, and this just proves the point, he even talked about, like, with Republicans say, I could walk down, Fifth Avenue, shoot somebody in the street, and they would still vote for me.
Yeah.
He was right. He was 100% right. And that's the thing. That's the thing that just blows my mind about this.
Yep. Yeah, it'd be different if Joe Biden came in here and, the gas prices didn't change.
If Biden did better
the economy
than Trump,
was,
then I would vote for Biden.
Even if it was about the same or even just a little bit worse, it's so much worse.
It's horrible.
Yeah, it's worse than I think anybody maybe could have imagined.
Oh my God.
We knew it was going to be bad, but
I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Neither of us did. You didn't think it'd be like you wake up every morning and get kicked right in the balls every single day.
Every time I open up the news, it's all trans stuff. Yeah. It's inflation. It's gas prices. Dude, I had to fill up the freaking Corvette yesterday. I'm at the gas station and I'm just sitting there watching it all. I'm like, oh my God.
I know. It's crazy.
I cannot, for the life of me, how any Democrat could sit there and say, I'm glad I voted for this piece of shit. I'm glad I voted for this.
They rationalize it to themselves by saying, well, it's Putin, the war in Ukraine right now. It's Putin's fault.
Yeah.
He's cleaning up Trump's mess.
Yep.
I'm like, well, where are you getting all this information from? Where's that coming from? How's coming when he came into office, it went up almost immediately. As soon as January 20 came around, gas prices went up.
Yeah.
Like almost the very next day.
Yep.
We're thinking, oh my
and that's
God.
what I love about
it. Went
Like
from like $1.89 to $2.50 to $3 something.
Yeah, I'm at a loss because then Biden says it's because of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. It's like, this happened a year ago, bro. Yeah. What are you talking about? But Democrats will believe it.
Yeah.
They will believe it. And I'm just like, man, I'm really at a loss with these idiots. Like this is a party of just mental midgets.
Yeah.
This is a party of, I think, truly intellectually stunted morons. I really think that. Like I can't fathom why anybody would vote for these types of idiots ever. Like again,
I don't either. But of course he thinks that 92% of the people will vote for him.
Oh yeah, look at the polls, Jack.
Look at the polls.
Shut up, old man. Eat a bullet. LGBT activists push to bar anthropologists from identifying human remains as male or female. This is real.
That just happened.
This is real, folks. LGBT activists. Now, before we get into this, ask yourself, why do you think they're doing this? Why do you think they're doing this? You know why. You know why. LGBT activists push to bar anthropologists from identifying human remains as male or female. This is how stupid the woke left has become. This is how fucking stupid they have become. Now you don't want to identify remains by male or female. You want gender neutral to conform to your progressive whack job idea. Fuck out of here. That is the dumbest stuff. Like, I cannot believe this. LGBT Act, of course it's the LGBT. Of course it's this organization. Activists are pushing to bar anthropologists from identifying human remains as male or female, arguing that scientists cannot know how an ancient individuals identified themselves. I want these people deported from this country. I think they're fucking whack jobs.
They think that's what they were concerned about?
That's
about gender?
Yeah.
Not getting eaten by a tiger.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure.
Having your village
I'm pretty sure the ancient fucking Europeans over there were like, you know, they're going with the barbarians and shit. They were worried about like, you know, what do I feel like identifying today as? How about full and not hungry? Let's start there.
Yeah, let's start right
there.
These
people like, oh my God, I just like deport them. Like, deport them. Like, get rid of them. Like,
how
these
did
people.
They identified as hungry.
Look, I will tell you how to fix this in society. You harass and bully them. That's the only way. That is realistically the only way. That way you make them realize you are fucking stupid. Your beliefs will never go mainstream. You are insane. You will never be accepted. And if you don't like that, go find a different country to live in. We don't want to listen to you. To sit there and think about this shit, make bullying great again because these fuckers deserve it. This is just stupid. Canadian master's degree candidate Emma Palladino took to Twitter earlier this month to point out that transgender individuals can't escape their sex, not because it's physically impossible to change one's sex, but because archaeologists who find their bones one day will assign you the same gender as you had at birth. Why do you think that is? Because that's what your fucking gender is, you whack jobs. Jesus. Radical trans liberation. Now, and then, again, look at this. This is like a trans activist, and look at them. They're all fucking ugly. Trans joy is beautiful. Really? Y'all don't really sound very beautiful. You don't sound very joyous. You sound very bitter and angry.
They do. I mean, just riddled with hate. Seriously.
They do.
Like, have you met angrier people than the trans community?
They're fucking, yeah. My trans non-binary friends, you might know the argument that the archaeologists who find your bones one day will assign you the same gender. What makes you think anybody gives a fuck about you?
I know.
Like, who are these scientists that are going to dig up this bones of like this trans person? Like, you know what? You know, it'd be like the year like 3030 and like, hey, let's go dig up some trans people. They're not going to give a fuck about you. Like, what is this? Everybody's like so bent on this. Like, oh, when scientists eventually discover my bone, nobody's digging your old corpse up. They don't give a fuck about you. The level of self, they don't even do the same thing for me, except maybe some grave robbers like fuck my skull. Maybe I could understand that. Like, I'm a dick. I get that. But Jesus. Oh my God. My trans non-binary friends, you might know the argument that the archaeologists who find your bones one day will assign you the same gender as you had at birth. So regardless of what you transition, you can't escape your assigned sex. Let me tell you why that's bullshit. No, you can't, because that's the way it is. And if you don't like it, tough shit. Tough shit, you fucking weirdos.
Take your balls and go home.
Maybe they could put something in your coffin that says I identified as this, and then nobody can they'll you know, pull the coffin up, look at the card, and throw it away. I'm like, whatever. This is a dude.
Yeah, right. And in like 1,000 years, somebody will dig up somebody's grave and they'll pull out a note and be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. It's whack job. I mean, we're all gonna be run by bots anyway. By then, it'll all be automated, and thank God. At least robots will make fucking sense. Oh my God. I don't even want to read this shit anymore. It's more LDP trans bullshit. Like, yeah, it's just, it's dumb. It's dumb. Ted Cruz mocks Jill Biden with taco photo saying having a delicious breakfast today. Senator Ted Cruz mocked First Lady Jill Biden by sharing a photo of his meal on Saturday, and followers were quick to respond with their own witty remarks. In honor of Jill Biden having a delicious breakfast today, Cruz wrote along with a photo of a taco sitting on a piece of foil. Looks like a brisket taco. Oh, fuck. It makes me want one of those from Buc-ee's.
Great. Now I'm going to go have a taco.
I know, right? We should go there for lunch. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You got to love that. Former college athletes take stand against Leah Thomas's nomination for Woman of the Year award. This is where we're at, folks. This is where we're at. I think it's Penn State. Is it Penn State? The mother of Ivy League swimmer said Monday she's outraged over the recent move of the University of Pennsylvania to nominate transgender athlete Leah Thomas for the NCAA Woman of the Year award. This is why nobody takes feminists seriously. Yeah. None of them. Where's the feminist on this for women's rights? Leah Thomas is not a woman. That's a dude. That's a dude, and he crushed you. He crushed the women. Where's the feminists? Where's the women's rights? Oh no, but if it's somebody with mentally disturbed, well then no, we have to respect that and, you know, embrace and love them because, you know, they're special. Really? This is fucking stupid.
What do you think that guy's going to do once he gets out of college? I mean, he's not going to swim in the Olympics. Do you think he'll swim in the Olympics?
No,
You don't think so?
No.
Does the Olympics allow trans swimmers?
I think they banned it. I think they there were certain groups that came out and said, no, trans can have their own group, but they're not going to be competing. You have to compete in your gender that you were born in.
Mm-hmm.
But they did have the caveat to where if you go through gender reassignment before puberty, but at the same token, that's just basically incentivizing people to transition their children, which is just...
Which should be illegal.
I'll be honest with you. It shouldn't even be illegal. It should be like a death sentence. That should be a death sentence for child abuse. I cannot fathom that your child can be like 7, 8, 9 years old and you give them puberty blockers and you put them through. I think the parents should be strung up and the doctor that performs the surgery should be just executed.
Yeah, any doctor that would do that shit.
It's disgusting.
You could see that maybe there are parents out there who are crazy themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
Who would think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, and they're liberals. They're fucking liberals.
The doctor should be the one that pumps the brakes on and be like, well, maybe I should call CPS because you're clearly a crazy person.
I 100%
wanting
agree.
to give a child hormone blockers.
I 100% agree. I 100% agree. The mother, Kim Jones joined Fox and Friends calling the nomination. A good thing is, though, athletes are standing up now against this. Female athletes, and that's who has to do this. This is their fight, and I respect them for it. These female athletes are standing up saying, no, absolutely not. This will not fly. We don't support this. And this is why trans community, you're getting a lot of hate, and you justifiably deserve it. You deserve it. This is bullshit. Even trans people should be standing up and saying, this is not right. If you want trans people to be accepted by and large, then you have to acknowledge the fact that men cannot be women and vice versa, but you can still be trans. Fair enough. Fair enough, if that's as far as it went, but it never will. It always has to go even further because the activists that are insane, that are literally detached from reality, they don't want you just accepting. They want you celebrating and believing it. And if you don't, well, then you're a transphobe. And here's the thing. I don't care if you call me transphobic. It's not fear. It's hatred. I think these people that want to force this on others, you're a piece of shit, especially children. Just saying. The message here is they're not even worthy of dignity and comfort in their locker rooms. As this nomination is just the embodiment of that message, it's really frustrating to understand where the current NCAA and Ivy League and especially Penn stance is on the value of women in modern society, said Jones, a former All-American tennis player whose daughter competed against Thomas. The transgender athlete was nominated for the NCAA award, which recognizes female student athletes, according to an announcement for the award. Jones said college athletes spent countless hours training, which is dismissed when biological males can compete against them with unfair physical advantages. And this is anatomically true. This is anatomically true. Anyone that has been in any type of personal training position knows the anatomical differences in males versus females, bone structure, density, all of this stuff comes into play. You cannot tell me this does not give you a leg up. It does.
This university hopefully will learn a very valuable lesson when their enrollment crashes.
I saw a tweet about it. That's a good point. I saw a tweet about, like, can you imagine racking up, you get accepted into a very prestigious university, and then you get there, and the first thing you learn is men can get pregnant.
Yeah, you can be...
I would literally withdraw, repay the student loans.
Against men.
Yeah.
So you get a scholarship to UPenn, and next thing you know...
You get in there like, men can get pregnant.
You're going to be racing against Bob over there.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, what? Huh? So what needs to happen to these universities is people need to stop going to them. Once their enrollments crash and crater, they'll get rid of all the idiots who are like, you know what? Let's give this guy the Woman of the Year award.
Look at Netflix and look at Spotify.
Yeah.
They started hemorrhaging money. They're like, you
got to hit them in the pocketbook. That's the only time they're ever going to learn.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right.
Roll up that financial newspaper and smack them right on the nose with it and be like, stop being stupid.
This is where we're at. Last but most certainly not least, Bill Burr. Like, this guy's going to be my new favorite comedian. Bill Burr calls out women for failing the WNBA and USWNT during new stand-up special video, and I love this. Bill Burr doesn't give a fuck.
Did you...
It's good.
He goes both ways on that stuff.
He does, but listen to this. He says, look at the NWBA, or NWNBA, the Women's National Basketball Association. They have been playing in front of 300 to 400 people a night for a quarter of a century. Not to mention, it's a male-subsidized league. We gave you a league, and none of you showed up. We're all the feminists. That place should be packed with feminists, faces painted, wearing jerseys, going fucking nuts like guys do, Burr said. None of you went to the fucking games. You failed them. Not me, not men. Women failed the WNBA. ladies. Name your top 5 WNBA players of all time. Name 5 teams. Name the WNBA team in your city. You can't do it. You don't give a fuck about them. And then he says, you don't sell any fucking tickets. Nobody's going to women's soccer games. You're playing in a 20,000 seat arena with 1,500 people showing up. That's not a good night. The promoter lost his fucking ass on that gig. Nobody's watching your fucking sport. And when you're gonna come and get mad at fucking men, then keep doing that shit. Why are you yelling at us? It's not my fucking job to give a fuck about women's soccer. And this dude is 100% right, because the reason for this is essentially that we're almost equal.
Yeah.
We're almost equal as far as percentages in this country, men versus women.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't get to sit there and blame men.
I think women, there's more women there.
It's like 55% women now.
Yeah.
So you can't blame men.
No.
And here's the deal. Men like watching men's sports. Men don't like watching women's sports. It's fucking boring. It is. I'm sorry. It's not fun. Men just aren't driven to it. And then, by and large, women are not big into sports. They don't care about watching sports.
Apparently, because nobody's showing up to these soccer games or the basketball games.
And it's almost as if it proves itself over time, where it's like that's male-dominated sports because men like watching football. Women, not so much.
No, I agree with them.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't sit there and get mad and say, oh, my God, it's just a patriarchy because men aren't turning out for women's soccer, because it's fucking boring.
No, the UFC,
even male
the women
boring.
fighters,
Yeah,
I enjoy watching those fights.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I'll watch that. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. No, I don't. I don't really watch it. I would prefer that over watching like soccer or tennis or some shit like that.
I can't get into soccer. I mean,
soccer's boring.
Yeah, I just can't get into soccer. It's like it scored 1-0, 2-0. I mean, unless you're like you play soccer, or, I don't know. I just ridiculous. Can't get into it. But like, as far as that, or like women's golf.
But this dude is 100%
like
right.
That. Yeah,
Bill Burr is 100% right. All the
beach volleyball, I think, is a good one too.
Oh, beach volleyball, I love it. We all know why we watch that one though. We like to see I love it when it jiggles, it falls. I like it when you wiggle with it. 100%. But Bill Burr is 100% on the money on this. But again, where's the feminists? Where's the outrage?
Right.
Where are y'all at? Like the very same people talking about, this patriarchy-dominated society. It's like, well, okay, then why aren't you putting butts in seats? Why aren't you going out to these events? You're not, because you don't fucking care. And you want to turn around and blame men. It's not our fault that you suck and you're not entertaining. Don't blame me.
It's not interesting.
It's not. It's really not. I mean, midget wrestling, if it was female midget wrestling, I might watch that. That's a big might. I don't know. But Jesus, like, I'm sorry. It's like women are, they're not entertaining in that aspect. And in the WNBA, it's like,
that was fun. I watched that last night, his little stand up there.
Oh, yeah. Bill Burr doesn't give a shit. I love it. Now, roller derby, I would watch.
Roller derby?
I would totally watch they're brutal. They will beat the shit out of each other. Those ways, because it's normally bigger women.
They used to play that late night on television. I remember back in the 90s watching that.
That's not a sport for like the faint of heart. Yeah. Those women are after blood. They don't fuck around. So it's like, there you go. But Bill Burr did that, and I'm just like, good for you, bro.
Great point.
Now listen to this.
Excellent point.
Burr even brought out Kardashians into the equation. And listen to what he says here. And he's a comedian, but what he's saying here is 100% right. He said, listen, he said, meanwhile, you look at the Kardashians, they're making billions. You look at those Real Housewife shows, they're making money hand over fist because that's what women are watching and the money listens. You don't want to watch this shit. They shoot it over there, drowning these whores in money, purses and shoes and Botox. It's just raining money. So the money listens. You'd rather watch that shit, Real Housewives, just a bunch of women tearing each other down. That's the message you send. We'd rather watch that than a bunch of women come together as a team and try to achieve a common goal. We'd rather watch them absolutely fucking destroy each other. And that, in the end, you come back and you yell at fucking guys. And he's right. He's right.
Finally, somebody said it.
He's sitting there saying what everybody's like, what we've all been saying. This like, don't sit there and come after men. You watch these fucking sluts get up there and like have like 20 different babies with 20 different men, and you're sitting there saying, oh, this is so good. I got to watch my Kardashian. Like, I was on a date with one girl who says, I'm obsessed with the Kardashians. Like, yeah, we're probably not going to work because I think that's like the most fucking demeaning, stupid fucking type of television that only stupid people watch. It's true. I'm sorry. I think that you've got like the intelligence of a fucking peasant if you watch that trash. I really do. I'm tired of
I don't think I've ever seen one episode.
I am tired of playing nice with people because like I want to kind of appease. I don't want to like. I'm to the point now. It's like I'll ruffle as many feathers as I can. If you watch that shit, I'm sorry. I think you're stupid. That is the most brainless type of television that you're watching someone so fucking stupid. It was kind of like when they watched like Jessica Simpson back in the day, when she talked about like, is tuna chicken of the sea? Is it really chicken? You're like, oh my God. Why are we watching this dumb cunt? Why are we watching this? Like, what's the point? You know, and here's the reason why. because it means you don't have to look. I think people, by and large, watch this type of shit because it takes you away from your own pathetic, miserable life that you have nothing going on in. To sit there on the couch and watch somebody else live their life in this extreme way of having all this money, all this stuff, and you sit there and you buy in so hard into this because they want you to. It's your money, your views. It gets them paid. They know what to give you. People feed off of drama. People feed off of negativity. People feed off this back and forth. And Bill Burr is right. They do tear each other down. You talk about female empowerment. These women are out there fucking anything with 2 legs and a fucking butthole. Where's the female empowerment in that? I mean, I'm sorry. It's the truth. I mean, get the fuck out of here with this crap. Forgive me for saying that, no, here's the thing. If you want to sleep with a lot of people, I'm not knocking that. But don't you sit there and tell me it's like, oh, this is great quality entertainment. It's like, I'd rather watch Pornhub. Like, this is stupid. These people are fucking stupid. Yeah. I have to cry because my limousine didn't have the added fucking back space that I wanted because shut the fuck up, you entitled cunt.
Yeah, I know.
You're only famous because your sister sucked a dick and had a video go viral and your father represented a murderer. What the fuck?
I forgot about that.
Fuck?
Like her claim to fame was giving a blowjob.
Yes, and she's getting fucked, and boom, goes viral. And now you've got Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and you've got a mother that is full of so much shit in her face. The fact that she puts her kids out there on television like this and whores them out for
Oh yeah,
bro. These people are just nuts.
Do you think? Would you ever be able to date somebody who had a sex tape go viral?
Yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck.
You wouldn't care?
No, that's out of their control. Like, that's just one of those things of like, I've talked to women that like their exes like leak their nudes and stuff like that. Like, that's fucked up. Like, that is fucked up. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if you send somebody a nude or whatever the case, you do that because you care about that person, whatever the case may be. And they turn around and they fucking publish that shit, that's fucked up. And there's laws against it. You can't do that. It's like revenge porn.
Yeah.
Which is illegal. But the thing is, it's kind of like, would I date some? Yeah, I mean, because they didn't have any control over that. Somebody compromised their trust. And it's like, we live in a day and age now where everybody sends nudes. Yeah, everyone sends fucking nudes.
I don't know that I would be able to, get past watching someone I'm dating, getting pounded. But maybe that's just me.
That wouldn't. I mean, it's not like I'd actively go out there and watch the tape or anything. I mean, I'd want to see it. Don't get me wrong. It's okay. I got to see just to see what it is we're talking about. But would it bother me? No, because she's with me. That's like we're gonna make our own sex tape, and hopefully that'll go viral. So I can disappoint a lot of people. It's like, oh, Burke really does have a tiny dick.
He sung like a light switch.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to get past it.
This dude's like, never sent a nude in my life. It's because nobody wants you. It's not my fault. Sorry. I don't know what you want me to tell you. I never sent a nude in my life. Wow, you sound like you're fun. Good job. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never sent a nude in my life. It's because you've never had a girlfriend that wanted to touch your dick. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's just maybe not be fat and ugly. I don't know what you want me to tell you, or like not be a fucking loser.
Toss it to the chat. Could somebody in the chat room would y'all be able to get past it?
What?
Dating somebody that had a sex tape out there?
Let's put this to YouTube and Twitch. YouTube and Twitch audiences. Okay, just to answer yes or no. Would you or would you not date someone that had a viral sex tape? Yes or no? Let's just put it out there. You can be honest.
I mean, if it was like a porn star,
everybody's saying yes.
Yes,
most people are saying yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I guess I'm.
Moose Simpson said I've made several. Somebody says no, and a lot of yeses, few no's. Oh yeah, no's, yeses.
Like if it was a porn star,
a little bit more no's now.
Like if it was a porn star, I think there would be an exception. Ooh, like someone that used to be in porn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I would feel more comfortable if it was coming out of porn. Because
this Aaron dude says, hell no, and if you say yes, then you're a pathetic loser cuck. Really? Because I could fuck your mom if I wanted to, and I say yes. You fucking pathetic. Like, you're watching my show right now, and I say yes. So I guess I'm a pathetic loser cuck. Wow, you really showed me, you fucking loser on the internet.
Well,
like,
that's one on my side.
This dude's like sitting in his basement. That's so not. If you do that, you're a cuck. Shut the fuck up, you little basement-dwelling loser. I love that. Like, I love the fact that we can make these like comparisons, and then I'll choose a side, and the other people's like, well, if you choose the opposite side, you're just a loser. As you sit here and watch my show that you're watching, and I disagree with you, so I guess I must be on the opposite end, and I'm the loser cuck, dude. I could fuck your mom and your dad if I wanted to. I'm good looking and smart enough to do it. Don't fucking make me give you a little brother, because I will, motherfucker. I will. I will cuck your dad out too. I'm that good. douchebags.
But he was on my side.
He was on your side. Okay. If that's the type you want on your side, by all means, you go to town.
I'll take what I can get.
If you don't agree with me, you're just a cock. Like, really? So let me break this down for this little mental troglodyte in the chat then. So what if you were dating a girl who literally made a sex tape with her then husband, fiance, or boyfriend in confidence, and then he leaked it and went viral? It wasn't like she intentionally did it, because that shit happens. So you still wouldn't date her because somebody else fucked her over? I think that makes a piece of shit out of you. Realistically, I do. Like, if that's what you're going to judge somebody by, now there's a difference. Now, would I ever date a porn star? Probably not. Probably not.
Really?
No.
Not to me, that would seem a little bit more acceptable because that's what they did for a living.
Wait. Whoa, hold on. If somebody had a leaked sex tape that went viral, you wouldn't date them, but you would date a porn star?
I guess it depends on the circumstance.
I'm not seeing the consistencies here. Wait a minute.
Because a porn star is what they did for a living. That was their job.
But the other one isn't.
I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Maybe because it just didn't mean anything to the porn star as she's having sex, doing whatever she's doing. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm never going to be in that situation, but if I sat down,
neither of us are going to be in that.
If I took a Delta 8 and I was sitting down at night thinking about it.
You actually thought about this?
No, I haven't thought about it. But I'm saying if I had taken a Delta 8, I mean, just thinking about it now, talking about the Kardashians.
Jesus.
How she got her claim to fame from
sucking dick
and having her video go viral and all over the place. I'm like, everybody she dates after that. It's like, okay,
that would be different.
You run into her. Because the guy was famous. Who was the guy? What's his name? Something Brown.
I forget.
I can't remember what his name was, but you'd run into him on the. Because I remember seeing an interview with him, and Blake Griffin was dating her, and Blake Griffin ran into the guy that she did the tape with, and now all of a sudden there's like this awkward not confrontation, but exchange. Like, all right. You know what this guy's dong looks like, and you know what his dong looks like in your wife's mouth.
Dude,
and that's got to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, I don't know if I can handle this.
Well, I mean, there'd be a difference if there was a woman that made a sex tape and then intentionally when it wanted to go viral, I was like, okay, then I probably wouldn't want to be with you. But if you're a victim here, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, I mean, I understand there's going to be levels of that stuff, but I don't know. I'm just curious. Just curious about it.
I mean, there was a time I was talking to a porn star, and I was like, this isn't going to go anywhere. It's like I couldn't do it. Like I don't know.
What if she's well educated? She's well off.
That's the other part. Like
she's sold her company to Vivid for tens of millions of dollars.
No, I don't know.
Because Jenna Jameson seems like a pretty base person. I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah,
like all of her stuff. Yeah, I mean,
I've actually got her number. I don't know if I told people that. I've got her number. Yeah? She followed me on Instagram a while back, and she sent me her number. Not anything inappropriate, but she was like, if you ever need anything, hit me up. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I can't tell you, like, because that woman, like, my God, that was back in 2003. She was huge in the porn industry.
Right.
And we had her magazines everywhere, pinups everywhere. But I'd asked her to come on the podcast, and she was like, no, I don't really want to do it because I don't want to really get into the political aspect of things. I got enough drama. I was like, fair enough. Mm-hmm. But no, she'd follow me because she's not a Democrat. She's on the right. So now whatever. I mean, I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, just something to think about, I guess.
This Aaron dude says, and how many pathetically failed relationships has John had, but we're going to take his advice watching your girlfriend or wife get fucked? Are you fucking crazy? Why are you watching me right now? You're such a fucking loser, bro. I love this. You know the fact I have many relationships because I've dated a lot of people and I don't settle. Like, I'm just not going to settle. When I do find the right person, I'll be happy. But you losers like this Aram dude, like, really? Like, here's the thing. Let's put this in context for you. Let's just make it clear. You can sit there and judge me all day because you know everything about me because I've talked about it on the podcast. You follow me. I entertain you. Nobody knows anything about you. It's very easy to be one-sided in this to where you can identify my fuck-ups, but we can't look at yours to make comparisons there. That's why you're types of people, you're fucking losers. Like, you legitimately are losers. I can't go back and forth with you because the reason for it is I don't know anything about you. You're a nobody. But you can sit there and cast stones at me all you want. That's fine. I'm still richer. I still have a bigger dick. I'm still more popular. I'm still better looking. And I could probably steal your girl if I wanted to. Like, shut the fuck up, you fucking nobody. Like, first, you got to be at my level, bro. You got to be at my level. Like, to even insult me in that manner. You got to be at my level. And I don't know if you are or not because I don't know who you are. You're a nobody. You're a fucking nobody. Now, know your place and shut your fucking mouth, jabroni. There you go. And thank you for the comments, by the way. You're boosting my algorithm on there.
Yeah.
And these trolls think they get to me. It's like, no, I'll be crying all the way to the bank. So.
No, I mean, everybody, I think there's no perfect relationships. And everybody goes through that shit. So, I mean, hopefully you land up with the right person.
Same. Oh yeah. That's why people ask me like relationship advice. Like I'm probably not the guy to go to on that because I still go through my own journeys. Mm-hmm. And douchebags like that in the chat want to sit there and just make it a very black and white comparison of like, you've had multiple failed stuff. I've had multiple learning experiences and I've done things wrong and I've had things wrong done to me. That's the way life goes. That's the way it's always going to be. But don't sit there and think for a second that I'm ever going to bow down to some fucking loser peasant on the internet and apologize for like things in the past that that's what my stalker does. This Angel chick, she keeps doing that. She keeps coming after my fucking kids. And this is the point. I've already talked to my lawyer and we're like collecting more screenshots. I'm going to sue this woman. I'm going to sue her. Like, it's fucking nuts. And I know who it is now who's been feeding them information. And I've got my lawyer and I've got another lawyer I talked to. And like, he's saying nothing. And I'm not saying anything about any names or anything, but I've got the information. I've got screenshots. I've had multiple friends come forward. It's so bad that if I follow anybody new on Instagram or Facebook, she will DM them from a fake account and tell them all kinds of bullshit. So now these people come to me. I've had like 2 or 3 friends in the last 2 weeks come to me about this chick and send me the screenshots and I just collect it because her account's still public and I go in there and I'm watching. Like, okay, give me the screenshots and you can prove it's her. I was like, now I can give that to my lawyer and we'll start building the case. And it's like, fine, if you want to fucking go to war with me, let's go to war. That's fine. I don't give a shit. But that's just when you come out there and you say the things that I say or you're politically whatever, you have these losers in the fucking chat like that want to say, it's like, oh, look at your life. Look at my life. When have I ever claimed to be perfect? Never.
Nobody's perfect.
Never.
You're never going to find that.
But if you want to sit there and say, John likes watching other dudes fuck his girlfriends, like that's not even the point. You're just too stupid to realize that you're trying to like turn this into something completely different. Like that's not being a cuck. Being a cuck is watching another man fuck your wife. We're talking about a sex tape.
Yeah.
A sex tape. That's different.
Totally different things.
Oh, she is madly in love with me because I didn't fuck her. Yeah. I was with a girl in the past who was into threesomes and she'd wanted to fuck me. It's like the only way you can fuck me is in a threesome. And the girl I was with was like, no. And I was like, oh, well, I can't do it. So she got mad. She got butthurt. Sorry. I'm sorry I wouldn't fuck you. It just is what it is. Like this woman's obsessed. Like fucking obsessed.
All right.
It's crazy.
Fatal attraction.
Bro, it's to the point now where I'm carrying everywhere I go because I think she's mentally unhinged. She really is. Like she DMs, it's nuts. It's just, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because the lawyer basically said not to, but it's fucking crazy. Like I have never seen somebody so insanely obsessed. It's like, dude, it's been 2 years. Grow the fuck up. It's just, but that's what happens when you got a big dick or small dick. Excuse me. Sorry. Anywho, well, that's it for today's show, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you check out allamericansavageshow.com. I think the John Ross paintings are still up there. I'm not sure if they've been bought out yet or not. You can make a bid on the paintings. I think we're doing the raffle. Or no, you can bid on them. So we really appreciate all the love and support you have for that. Thank you for supporting Shellshock CBD.com. Again, check out the Halo gummies. Check out all that stuff. We really appreciate it. If you're having trouble sleeping, we've got the Rack Out gummies. They are THC free. It's great. It's great. So we can't thank you all enough for all the love and support of making Shellshock a very successsul company. We've got the blueberry gummies there. We've got the energy sticks that are now available. We got more things coming for you. And don't forget the vitamins that we've just dropped. The apple cider vinegar, the ashwagandha gummies, and the elderberry gummies. These are great for you. These are healthy. Again, if you're looking to improve your health, start with us. Give us the chance. Very affordable, $20 for a month's worth of each one. You can get a bundle deal for like less than $50. Take care of your stuff. We appreciate it. As for that doing YouTube, go suck a dick. Oh, man. They just want to fuck me.
That's it.
You got anything to add, my man?
Yeah. You guys have a great day.
Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, fuck that nerd, and you stay savage, America.